And he says, they tell him, we don't know, we'll just get you here. And then I find out what it is, and I go, well, you know it's going to be hard to get him here because he's committed to other stuff. Max, whatever it takes. I go, really? And he goes, whatever it takes. I said, let me find out here. So what I end up doing, I go, well, if I get him there, it's going to cost you guys. I said, whatever, I want a cameo. So they threw me in the cameo 2 times. But my first one got edited out, which was the Guardians. You guys saw the Guardians when that scene? Oh my God, that scene was so crazy. You guys look at the words, and it's almost so, I can't say it's, if his wife knew what words were being said, I was doing this shit in my head, please don't hear it, please don't hear it. Anyway, and then the last one was the Ant-Man I was at, right before his cameo, he says, Superfly or something like that. You guys remember that, Ant-Man? Right before his cameo, the guy says something to Stan, and Stan says that little part. I'm just to the left, half of my face in there. The reason I did it is because my brother's amigo, he goes, we always compete against each other. So I got my little put in, says, hey, where's your cameo? And you got half, and it doesn't matter, more than you did. So anyway, we're gonna get him out here in a second. Speak clearly, and let me speak loudly and clearly, like my son says. And I'm going to get him, okay? So give him a big cheer, guys. Show Hawaii how it is, right? Stand the man lead.
This guy, Max, was supposed to introduce me. All of a sudden, it became the Max show. I'm sitting out there waiting, he's talking. He forgot about me. What are you doing? Okay, somebody screwed up the wiring here. I have to hold it. I get a feeling of power when I'm holding it. All right, now, I have to tell you one thing. Even though I look like the most perfect physical specimen you have ever seen, I don't hear worth a damn. My hearing is shot. So if anybody has any questions to ask, I won't hear them. So this guy, who I never should have gotten up here because he talks too much, he will repeat the question to me and keep it brief. Don't make the question sound longer from you than it was from the person. Man makes a speech over everything. And I could have gotten another assistant. I mean, he's supposed to be my assistant, and I have to follow him around all over. Okay, anyway, should we get started? Here's the mic. Don't keep it. Tends to keep it.
Oh my God. Everybody asks me, you got the greatest job. And I tell them, let's trade.
Lucky for him, I didn't hear what he said then.
Hey, how about the little guy right there, the glasses? You, man, what's your question?
Mr. Sandy, are you going to make any new superheroes?
Are you going to make
That's a good question.
If I can, yeah, sure. I'm never going to stop. Oh, it's incredible. It's indescribable. And as I mentioned before, until I go home and my wife says, take out the garbage. You don't get any respect at home, but out here it's one. I may decide to live in conventions and so on. All the characters. I can't hear him either. Now, let me speak clearly. Of all the characters I've created, that's the most. It's not that hard. I I guess Spider-Man.
All right.
Because he's so much like me.
How about Mr. Fantastic back there?
You could see that far?
Between the two Spider-Mans in the movie so far, who did you prefer?
Out of the two Spider-Man in the movies, which one do you prefer?
The first one. But I'm sentimental. By the way, I want to ask you something. Does it give you a great feeling of power to know that you're the one who determines, I want you, or your question, or you? I mean, you're here like a king, like a dictator. You, not you, you. Amazing. You're drunk with power. I never heard that.
All right, let's start with the little kid right here.
How many superheroes, how many comics have you made?
How many comments have you made?
A billion. It feels like that anyway. I don't know, I've been writing them since 1940 or 1930s, and that's a lot of years, so it must be a lot. I'll bet easily over 100.
All right, let's start with the man right here.
Any special thoughts on the Silver Surfer?
Any special thoughts on the Silver Surfer?
Silver Surfer is one of my favorites because I had him quote all of the bits of philosophy that I might have, you know, about different things. And I think he got to be so philosophical that my publisher said, I don't want any more Silver Surfer. My publisher wasn't the brightest, most intellectual guy in the world. But I think the Silver Surfer is coming back again, bigger and better.
Yeah!
When you say, how about the man, what do you mean? Is there something strange about him? How about just saying the man over here? You don't have to say, how about the man. Try to teach him how to talk. Multiple men.
Do you still get starstruck to this day?
You get starstruck.
By what? I'm even starstruck by him. Everybody impresses me. No, seriously, I love actors whom I admire. Comedians, singers, sports people. Anybody who does anything well, I'm starstruck by. I haven't gotten starstruck by you yet.
How about Thor right there?
Yeah. Stan, you're such a great guy. How did you come up with the ideas for the villains and what they were going to do?
How did I come up with what? With the villains and how they do.
Well, I say to myself, if I were a villain, what would I do? Oh, by the way, speaking of villains, I'm going to tell you something you may never have thought of. Because I like to leave an audience with a bit of knowledge that they may not have gotten to themselves. I'd like you to consider Dr. Doom. Now, he's the king of his own country, an unusual villain, but more than that, what does he want to do? He wants to rule the world, right? Okay. Did it ever occur to you we shouldn't call him a villain because it's not against the law to want to rule the world? You can walk up to a policeman anywhere and say, officer, I want to rule the world. He can't arrest you. If you want to rule the world, you want to rule the world. Fine. So to me, Dr. Doom is not a villain, and I want you to stop bad-mouthing him. Forgive me, it's been